Hello and welcome to the MotoGP European League, League 2 German Grand Prix in Sachsenring. Well, as usual, we are your commentators, Raceboy and TTS. You may know us from racing in League 1. We will be your commentators, as I said, for this race, and this is going to be a really interesting one. We've seen, me and TTS, a lot of good riders with incredible pace in practice lobbies like Modesto Mena, and actually nearly beating us on many occasions in the practice lobbies. So it's going to be an incredible fight, and I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some laps in the 17s, really. It's a very nice track. It's a very smooth track. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but if I'm fast on it, I like it. What do you think?
I agree. I personally quite like it. I think all the corners link with each other, and I think that it's just a good track to have a good flow on, and yeah, I quite like it.
Here's your championship lead. Oh, just as I say
Hondo.
that, there's your championship leader, Hondo, currently leading the championship after taking the win in Sokol. And what a final! Oh. Foshi goes into the back of Hondo on the straight. I don't know what happened there, but that looked to me like an incident, really.
Yeah.
But Zaris, everyone's crashing here. I knew this was going to happen. But Zaris, first person to start a lap. As red sectors fly across the board, actually remains in the pits. He is one to look out for. We've seen him get pole position before. In fact, in his rookie appearance in Jerez, he did indeed finish. He did indeed qualify first, but he's been struggling to put it together in the race, and hopefully today will be that day. Actually, can get that podium. Zaris has just invalidated his lap, so we are going to switch to Eddie, who's currently also on the lap, number 93. Chuki's just gone down behind him. He's on the test Yamaha. Russo on the Honda.
Hondo's gone.
Yeah, but Hondo crashed in his lap.
Oh yeah, true. You can't really see.
Is going to be faster.
Yeah.
Here comes the Pramac Ducati then to the line, or
bit wide.
Bit wide. That's going to get him the exit though.
ABT.
Set the lap first. That's a very good start to the session. A 118.3 by ABT for League 2 times. That's very, very good. That's a really good start to the session by ABT, currently boosted by his incredible comeback to second place, and taking it from Russo on the final corner. But ABT is back on another lap, and we may get straight into the 17s here, as Ivan on the Gresini Ducati goes into second. It looks to me like we're going to get straight down into the 17s.
Don't know why Achi's not leaving the pits. I mean, he's one of the best qualifiers on this grid.
I'm going to stick with ABT here. On good pace then, the former League 1 rider, now come down to League 2. He's looking good on this lap. Judging by his current pace, I'd say maybe a 17.7, 17.8.
Yeah.
This is a great lap. It looks like no mistakes here. Perfect final corner for ABT. And where's he going to go?
Ravuso.
Ravuso with a
Eddie.
118.1. Wow, lots of laps getting thrown in there, but not into the 17s yet. But Modesto Mena, he's another one to look out for this weekend, having not attended the Kazakhstan Grand Prix, lost out on a lot of points, and him and his teammate Javier Demin are looking to regain that gap. He's dropped off a bit in Sector 3, but what can he make in the final sector? He's been very fast in the practice lobbies, beating multiple League 1 riders. Would you say that's luck? Maybe, but at the same time, he managed the race amazingly, and just amazing lap, 117.8. Great start to the session.
17s.
A great recovery in the final sector, and now Javier Demin is on it. The LCR Hondas, no, they missed the crucial round in Kazakhstan. and they have to fight their way back, and they are coming back strong.
Hondo's on a flying lap.
Yeah, Javier Dominguez just dropped off a bit in the second sector.
ABT2.
Yeah,
Fast
we
in the...
have a very competitive grid for you this evening. He's now out of the pits, ready to set a lap. ABT up to second place with a 1:17.9. Oh, getting very, very wobbly down here into turn one. The rear does move around so much in that first sector as Hondo goes up to third, just a tiny bit off Modesto Mena, but Modesto has recovered in the third sector where he lost out in the previous lap and is looking to go even faster. He is the man to beat this evening. Modesto Mena, he's on fantastic pace coming into this race.
Where's this going to put his time?
Oh, he just lost out on the final sector. Not to worry for Modesto. He's in a comfortable spot. Achi on his first flying lap.
Oh, Modesto.
Oh, he's crashed at turn one. Achi also running the testing livery. Very odd. But the Aprilia man looking to make it work here. Number 45, looking like he's on a personal best. I'd say maybe an 18.3 for the Croatian. A bit wider in Saxon curve. Ravuso's also on a personal best at the factory Honda. But look at, oh, actually he's gone very wide in the last corner. Look at how competitive we are this evening. We've got the entire top 7 all within a second here. And in fact, the whole top 6 within 0.4 of a second. That is fantastic. So we're promising a good show here tonight in Germany. As we see Chuki on the Yamaha, also running the test livery, number 92. Javier Domin goes up to 4th, exact same time as ABT. You've seen a few of those. Achi is fastest in the first sector. We told you he would be coming 4th in qualifying, and that is exactly what he's doing. Achi is on it here.
He is fast for a League 2. Oh. Just drops off in sector 2.
But he can make up this time. Modesto Mena had quite a weak sector 3, if you remember, in that pole lap. That is where he can make up. That's where pretty much he has to make up the time. The Aprilia he gets sliding right up to the curbs, down towards Saxon curve, and he has made up that time. Once again, fastest in sector 3 as he comes in Saxon curve. Perfect.
Here we go.
Perfect job there by Achi. Surely this is pole position as he heads in to the final corner. Very nicely done by Achi. This is an incredible lap here by the Croatian. Here he comes to the line. Where's he going to put it? Oh, he just about misses it. Was that exactly
I can't see the time. It must be. I can't see the time.
Neither can I.
It must be the exact same time. That's strange.
That's fantastic. With
close.
4 riders here. We've got 2 riders, or 2 pairs of riders with the same times. Strange how this is happening a lot in Sachsenring. It happened to me in TTS quite a few times in some practice lobbies. We did get, but a lot of even pace here. Actually looks like he's rolled off. Zaris has improved up to 9th, goes the VR46 Ducati. Actually looks like he's going into the pits for maybe a fresh set of tyres. Foshi.
Seems like it.
Off the back of a decent 4th place after struggling in Le Mans. Here he comes to the line. It looks like he hasn't practiced very much. That's a 1:18.8.
Yeah.
To 9th. He's broken really early, so I think he's gone. He's just rolled off there. Danny is also on a personal, but oh, never mind. He was as he goes into the gravel.
Modesto's on a flying lap.
Oh, Modesto, yes, Modesto is back on it. The Spaniard flying once again on that LCR Idemitsu Honda, looking to make sure Achi's time is no longer even with his. Looks like he's just got some fresh rubber on, and he's flying. Look at this from Modesto Mena. Could we see this in the low 117s, where League 1 times would be? This is fantastic by Modesto Mena. He could be on course for a lap which could put him on the front row in League 1. He's the man to beat here, but that turn 1 is treacherous and it will catch anyone and everyone out.
He's
Javier Dominguez
another.
is also on the fastest first sector. We have a lot of people in it to win it here this afternoon. And Modesto, a bit wider on the last corner. Can he improve?
Oh, he has. Wait.
He doesn't improve. He doesn't improve.
Oh.
He just missed out there. That was a fantastic lap. But we're with his teammate now, Javier Dominguez, looking to regain his championship lead. He's just dropped off in the second sector, but he can keep this going. As long as he gets the final corner right, that's where he can make up the time on his teammate's lap.
Javier Dominguez on a personal best.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's personal best in the third sector. Can he make up that time in the last corner? Here he comes. That's very nice by Javier Dominguez. Here he comes. 1/10 off. Surely it's going to be a front row. And he goes to pole. Exactly a 10th ahead of his teammate. Makes up the time in the last sector. And just as he sets that, Achi is back on it again. But he's sat behind Ivan. He might be getting held up here, the Aprilia man.
Achi's on a flying lap.
This is really good by Achi.
Yeah, it looks like he did get the same time as Modesto.
He did, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Oh! Down he goes. That's a common mistake at turn 8. Shame for Achi, but he's still got many more laps to go. Stuck behind Ivan, he was there. Still going really fast. Oh, big moment there. Saved that nice. But look how competitive we have the grid. Ravuso is also on the fastest lap. So many riders in for the win. Stay with us for the race later on, because it is going to be a fantastic show in League 2.
I don't know what Ivan was doing there, but he seemed to have completely overran Saxon Curve.
Following Ravuso now on the factory Repsol Honda number 96. Like Jake Dixon. Oh, he's just dropped off in the second sector. Can he keep it going though? Javier Dominguez seemed to lose a lot in the third sector as well. That's where he can make it up. Achi is on an... Oh, wait, no, that was from last lap. Hondo is on the fastest first sector as well. Can Ravuso keep it going? Here he comes down the...
Hondo and ABT collided.
Oh, again? Hondo and ABT.
Yeah, I saw on my feed.
The two teammates struggling a lot. Hondo's still going though. It's fastest second sector for Hondo. He's still on it. Ravuso, can he get himself on the front row with his lap? Or will he salvage this final sector? He goes up to second place. A thousandth ahead of Modesto. Mena. How competitive is this qualifying session? Javier Dominguez is on another lap. Hondo now, as he is on an incredible lap. The Ducati, fresh off the back of a dominant victory in Kazakhstan. Then we may be in for another fantastic race here, as he gets a fantastic final corner. Hondo
Here we go.
Is one. Oh,
yes, he's done it.
Wow, what a lap.
0.3. Oh my god.
0.3. Hondo, wow. And I think he's just sealed the deal on a pole position there, because that is an unreal lap. Eddie is back on it though. Look at this. So many riders. This is amazing, isn't it?
Unbelievable qualifying. I don't think I've seen a qualifying this close in a while. Just look at the top 7.
All within a second. Well, nearly. Oh, it's just amazing. Eddie, can he keep it going in sector 2? Yes, he is. The Pramac Ducati is on it here. He's not happy about missing out on the podium after being taken out by Ravuso in Kazakhstan. He is in it to win it, as so many riders are this evening. We've got an absolute cracker on for tonight. Eddie is still going. This could be a 17.1. That's like my lap times. That's like League 1, like top League 1. Some League 2 riders might want to get a League 1 wildcard here, because they could be in for a top 5. Look at this by Eddie now. Oh, and he just misses out. Oh, a bit of a mistake in the final sector then for the Spaniard, as he's a 10th off Hondo. Can he keep it going though? Zaris kindly moves out the way for Eddie to keep going. Eddie's going to have another shot at it. Actually would not want to rest for a 6th place. He's back out on track on his outlap.
I've just had word from Kostya that AV1's trying to join. So we'll have to restart the lobby.
Yeah.
We'll have to restart the lobby after the qualifying session and start from the back.
Obviously, League 2 and League 1 have new intros for you to enjoy, to bring up that adrenaline in between races. Get you excited for this absolutely amazing show that's about to be put on in Sachsenring. Actually crashed at the start of his flying lap, so that might be it for Archie's flying lap this time around. But he's going to go for it again. He has the pace to get pole here, and he knows it. He does not want to settle for a 6th place. At this rate, I wouldn't even want to settle for a front row. But Hondo, he's so fast, but his awareness is just isn't the best. He struggles quite a bit. But ABT is also on the personal best. So many riders that are able to win this race. It'll be a very entertaining race, and I tell you, it'll be drama going into turn 1. We've still got another rider who we don't know the pace of, AV1. He's gone for a nice wide line to get the stretch. Javier Demin in 3rd place is on a fastest first sector. Take us through this lap then, Woody.
So, coming towards turn 8, one of the fastest corners on the track and also one of the hardest corners. Very hard to get right, but it looks like he's done it very well. But it's a personal best. He isn't faster than Hondo through sector 2. Another really fast corner here. Down towards Saxon curve.
So fast.
Another hard corner, but seems to get it pretty well done. Up towards the last corner. Oh, he is falling off his personal best.
Good last corner.
Oh, unlucky.
Improve, unfortunately. Yeah, there's Modesto just coming out of the pits. Actually is struggling to get any faster at the moment.
This might just be the... Unless someone else sets a really fast lap, I believe that this could be the results we see at the end of the qualifying session, but I won't...
I can't see it getting past 17.3,
Yeah.
to be honest. Actually, he's letting Hondo through, trying to get a tow from the current pole man, the provisional pole man, as he sets out on another lap. Oh, sliding it into turn 1, so nice by Archie. They're getting that rear of the Aprilia, sliding right to the apex, and he's still going. This is a good first sector, I can already tell. Staying nice and tight to the inside and going out a little bit wide here to get the exit. Oh, just a bit of curb there. It's such a technical track. One tiny little mistake and that might be and that's your lap gone. Actually, he's currently down on his best lap. Might need some fresh rubber. It's a shame, really. Actually, he has the pace. We know this. He just needs to find his way to unlocking it. Can he bring it back in? He's personal best in sector 2. Still drawed with Modesto Maina's time in 5th and 6th place. Just looking to edge onto that front row maybe with this personal best. ABT is also there and about. Personal best in sector 1. Where can the Ducati go? Actually, still pushing hard then. This looks to me like it could put him around 4th place because, of course, 3 riders all within 1,000. Oh, actually, he's gone invalid. Oh, it's a shame. Invalid lap. He's got one more chance then to improve his lap time, as Javier Demin is now on a fastest first sector. He is really good in the first sector, but he just couldn't bring it together in sectors 2 and 3. As he heads up to turn 8, we've seen a lot of crashes and mistakes over there that's ruined laps. And just as I say that, he goes through turn 8. He's down on his personal best now. It looks like it's up to Javier Demin to thwart Hondo's chances of a pole position.
That's Danny.
So that's it now. Javier Demin will be on the front row. Foshi is now the last one, along with Danny and Zaris on a flying lap. That's it now for Archie. That is a shame. That really is a shame. Looks like no one else is on very good laps. ABT has just gone personal best in sector 1. Where's Foshi going to go then? Oh, he slides right to the final corner. Wow, that was impressive, but that could have lost him a lot of time there. He doesn't improve.
Yeah, it has.
Wow, that was massive slide there. Impressive that he saved that as ABT comes towards turn 8 now. Oh, he's gone very wide, and oh, engages RHD, full throttle up to the line. Where's that going to put him? Can he get ninth here? He doesn't improve. And that is your qualifying then. We'll be back in a moment as we need to restart the lobby to get our new rider, AV1, in. But that is a fantastic pole position for Honda, 117.3, a very fast lap, followed on the front row by Eddie and Javier Demine, both setting really good laps within the 17s. Well, and the rest of your grid then is Ravuso, Modesto Mena, Achi, Ivan, ABT, Foshi, Zaris, Chuki, and Danny. Stick with us as the race will be on, and it will be an absolutely incredible race, we promise you. Stick with us and we'll be back in a moment. Right then, welcome back. We are about to go racing here in Sachsenring. Hondo is on pole position. We had a fantastic qualifying session and we hope you enjoyed that new intro, as we have one coming for League One as well. Don't forget to stay tuned after this race, as we still have League One. This is going to be an incredible race. What's your predictions then, Woody, for this race?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think Achi, if he can get a good start, get away, he can definitely be in the mix. But Hondo, with that lap, that really surprised me, to be honest. Like, I don't even think I could set a lap like that.
From what I
On
saw,
like,
Hondo's been quite accident prone, but
yeah.
we'll see what happens. The turn 1 carnage. We may even get a restart here due to red flags, but let's hope not. Let's hope we get racing and get racing good. We're just waiting for all the riders to ready up. Now we have Chuki and Achi left to ready up. Now Achi's everyone's ready. We have a new rider in AV1 who's just joined now and unfortunately missed qualifying. So we're excited to see his pace on the gas. Here we go then. Everybody's ready. We're getting ready to race here in Sachsenring. Hondo on pole position, followed by Eddie and Javier Demin. The championship leader goes from the front on the Ducati.
Here we go.
The lights are on. And the lights are out here in Sachsenring, and that's a good start by Eddie. And look at Ravuso up the inside, going down into turn 1. Eddie takes the lead. Oh, Hondo doesn't get the best start. Javier Demin's up to 3rd. Let alone the podium, and he's off to fantastic.
AV1 up to 7th.
But Eddie's off to a great start. Unfortunately, he missed out on the podium in Kazakhstan. He looks to make up for that with going one better with a win, let alone the podium. And he's off to fantastic.
AV1 up to 7th.
AV1 on the gas. He's looking good on his debut, number 19. Let's follow Ravuso now as he aims to get the slipstream on Javier Demin. He's way too far back for a move. He's got sucked in on the slipstream. He's running
Ravuso
into the long lap penalty lane. No room for Modesto Mena to come up the inside. Now actually it's up to 5th place and hanging in behind Modesto Mena, looking to get in on this action. As Eddie's ran it really wide there. I don't know if that was on purpose, but we're with Ravuso chasing down Javier Demin. It's a very flowy track. AV1 currently behind Ivan here.
We got some stream lag apparently.
Oh, that's a shame.
Seems to be going well on my thing though, so I won't worry too much.
Modesto right behind. That's AV1. AV1 is just
no!
It's taken another victim. Track limits warnings galore then for this race, I imagine, as we'll be seeing the long lap penalties. But it looks like Javier Demin has pulled the gap in slightly to Eddie. I don't know if it was a mistake for the Pramac Ducati or Javier Demin has stuck his leg out and now he's now aiming for the win, looking to regain his championship lead. It's perfect conditions for Javier Demin if he would be leading the race and Hondo would be down in 7th. Look at Eddie getting the rear, moving so much down into the brakes. Actually getting close to Modesto Mena, looking for a move. No space. Ivan just waiting to collect some pieces in case these 5 riders come into contact at all. But Modesto's right on the back of Ravuso here. It actually comes up the inside. The Aprilia rider takes 4th place. A great move as Modesto looks for the cutback. Ravuso set up a bit, actually looking for the inside now. Look at this. Actually looking for 2 in 1, 2 corners, 2 riders. Can he go for the inside in turn 8? Bit of contact there as he pushes Ravuso.
That's a warning for Achi.
Achi's taken out Ravuso, but that he didn't exactly take him out, he just bumped him a bit. And he's nearly at a long lap penalty now, Achi. He's been desperate to get to the front at the start there. He's bumped off Ravuso, but he's into the podium position, so you must consider, was it worth it?
I do feel bad for Ravuso there.
He had some good pace then. Javier.
Avan. Out 5th place, and Ravuso and ABT collide.
That's Hondo up to 5th place, just trying to salvage the pieces of his lap 1 accident. ABT's had a rather quiet race so far.
Ravuso goes really wide there.
Eddie seems to take a really wide line up into turn 3. Javier Demin desperate to close that gap, but Eddie is on incredible pace here on that Pramac Ducati, doing all he can to hold off the LCR Honda.
There's a huge gap between Modesto and Hondo, 5 seconds.
That may be it, unless Modesto crashes. That might be it for Hondo. Doesn't look like he's going to get.
Oh, Ravuso!
What's happened
And someone
there?
else runs off there. Hondo
Ravuso
ran
down
off.
again, is it?
Yeah, Ravuso crashed and
Not having a
Hondo
good
ran off
race
track.
now as he's just come out in front of Chuki.
ABT up to
Really
5th.
a shame. Oh, Javier Demin has just taken the lead of the race. Looks like Eddie went a bit wide into Saxon Curve. Javier Demin now out front, looking to check out like he's done at Le Mans and Jerez. Eddie does not want to give this up though. He's led the first few laps now, and actually that's very late on the brakes. Surely he couldn't have got that stopped. No, he's gone into the long lap penalty lane. Modesto still right on his tail. We've got 4 riders, all of incredible pace here. Modesto's starting to drop off though. They're starting to leave him as ABT's made his way ahead of his teammate. These two have really had their squabbles in the past few rounds. Hondo taking out ABT in Sokol, but ABT's back ahead. Looks like Archie's looking for a move now on Eddie. Can the Aprilia man make it? Eddie looks like he's gotten back into the rhythm. He's pushing to catch back up to the LCR Honda, because we know once that gap gets to a second, Javier Demin's gone. He makes very few mistakes. And here comes Archie looking to go up the inside.
Ooh, great move.
Eddie's gone very wide to get the exit. Can the Aprilia keep it pinned on the Ducati? But here he comes now. They need to stop fighting like this, because this is just letting Javier Demin get away, as Eddie is going to look to outbrake Archie into turn 1. Archie's so late on the brake.
Late.
Eddie sits him up, puts him...
Oh
no, it's a nightmare. Eddie goes down at the apex and actually gets collected by his bike. It's a nightmare for the two of them, as LCR Honda have come back with a bang and are in to that 1-2 that they needed, and as Archie gets an amazing move on Eddie there, wipes his nose off and can still salvage a podium here, but he needs to be careful. He's so close to getting that long lap penalty. Hondo's back in the mix, only 2.5 seconds off. There's still a podium on the cards here if something happens to Eddie and Archie.
Modesto is slowly catching up to Javier Demin. They're both on similar paces though. Archie still holding on to only the 4 warnings.
He's dropped Eddie by the looks of it, and Hondo's starting to reel him in. The championship leader trying to limit the damage as much as possible now that Javier Demin is out in front. But he's still got his teammate ABT right on his tail, and he goes for a very, very defensive move, covers him off completely, leaves no space for his teammate to get through. Getting aggressive Hondo on his teammate. These two have had their fair share of bumps and bashes in the past few rounds.
Long lap for Archie.
Archie's got his long lap penalty. Hondo clips the grass. Oh, that got scary for him. There's ABT looks for the inside. The two factory Ducatis still going at it. The two Slovenians.
Oh, here we go. There might be contact in here.
Turn 8 is where it could all go wrong here. Hondo does that nicely, and so does ABT. ABT looks like he's just lost out a little bit there on Hondo. Oh, Hondo bouncing over the curbs. Dangerous game he's playing there, bouncing over those curbs.
Darius and AV1 collide, and they both crashed.
Oh, AV1, not the best start to his season in M.E.L, unfortunately, the gas rider. But Hondo looks to have dropped off from AV1 now. But Modesto Meni's keeping that gap honest from Javier Demin. Staying at 1 second. Oh, Hondo!
Ooh.
Hondo clips the gravel at the exit of the final corner and high sides and hands over that 5th place to ABT. That's not good for Hondo, as Ravusso's now on his tail. It just gets from bad to worse for the championship leader, who I doubt is going to be leading the championship still once he crosses the line to finish this race, because Javier Demin is on some really good pace now, and Modesto Meni, he might even get dropped down to 4th here, because Modesto and ABT are ahead of him, and Eddie. Modesto really does have the pace to catch him here, but he's going to have to wish upon a mistake for his teammate in order to win this race. Actually, he's still got his long lap penalty, so there's a podium still on the cards for Eddie, but that is one very short long lap penalty. I'm telling you, that's only about 7 or 8 tenths lost. So if there's any track to get a long lap penalty at, it would be here.
Gap went to less than a second now between Javier Demin and Modesto Meni.
I think he went a little
They
bit
are
wide
getting
in the
closer.
final corner. That's what. Oh, yeah, Modesto Meni is slowly crawling in, looking to get his 2nd win of the season after winning into Qatar. This is just how LCR Honda wanted it to go for them in this race. 1 and 2, and Hondo all the way down in 8th. This is perfect. Oh, there's a crasher, and I think that's Foshi. Foshi, just his season gets from bad to worst. Still hasn't even matched his best result of 2nd yet in Qatar. That gap is really closing now. Modesto Meni piling the pressure on his teammate. He's got the pace and he's got the power to catch his fellow Spaniard, number 2 and number 22 now. Actually, he's got to complete his long lap penalty soon, otherwise he's going to be getting another one. Eddie's just waiting it out to hopefully get a pass when he does do that long lap penalty, but we're still with Modesto Meni as he chases down his teammate. The gap is now half a second, half of what it was as he crossed the line last lap. He's pushing hard now as we've got 5 laps left. He goes really tight into turn 1, brakes so late, he's gained a bit of time there on his teammate. Could we be in for a final lap battle now if Modesto manages to catch up? Only a few laps left and this race has flown by, as AV1 has now overtaken Hondo. It's just going to keep getting worse for Hondo. His championship chances just keep getting battered and battered, and he's going to have to come back strong in 2 weeks' time at Silverstone, where we'll have a flag-to-flag race. That's going to really shake things up, isn't it?
Definitely. Especially at a track like Silverstone, it can be so hard at times. And for a flag-to-flag race there, it's going to be difficult, but should be fine. Ooh.
Oh, Modesto, big slide there. He's lost out big time. Good save, though. He nearly sent himself to the moon. He's pushing.
Did get a warning, though.
Actually, still not taking his long lap penalty. I think surely this should be his final lap to take it. That may have been the end there. That may have just cost Modesto Meni the win, as he's got to just work. Or he's got to put.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, actually, he'll be getting another long lap penalty then. That's a shame. Modesto continues to claw in that gap, but he's got less and less time to make that move. He's just got to keep piling on the pressure. Oh, who's that in the gravel? Oh, that's
that's Danny.
That's Danny just letting everyone past. That gap continues to close to Javier Demin, but it's closing at too small of a rate. Modesto Meni has to make it count now, as he drops briefly into the 8/10 gap.
Danny! Oh.
Eddie now looks confident he can get this podium, but ABT is actually closing in. ABT is looking to salvage a podium out of this race and possibly keep a top 3 in the championship. He's had a rather quiet race in qualifying, hasn't ABT?
Yeah, definitely.
That gap now 0.6 of a second. Modesto Mena is flying at the moment, just hoping he doesn't make another mistake. Oh, he breaks so late.
Really late.
So late. Perfect by the Spaniard as he continues to close in. It's getting close now, piling the pressure on his championship rival and teammate. As Eddie's made it through on Achi. Achi's just taken his long lap penalty, I think. As ABT's now behind him. ABT smells a podium on the cards. He knows he can still do it here as Eddie's now in front.
Modesto's so close now. 2/10. Any moment now.
We could get a fantastic end to this race. Oh, he's out a bit wide there. Javier Demin's going to get the exit speed. He's just got to keep that pressure piling on and hope for a mistake. One that we typically see is going wide in Saxon curve. But what Modesto's got to make sure of with that late braking, he doesn't get sucked into the slipstream in turn 1. It's happened to a lot of people a lot of times, and it could happen here. He's keeping that gap honest though. Just 3 laps left now for Modesto to make a move. He's gone for a bit of a wider entry to the final corner to get that exit, but actually still trying to get that place back on Eddie, but he's got that 3-second penalty. Look at that, Modesto Mena is just so late. It's so impressive, but he doesn't seem to gain much because Javier Demin gets a really good exit, but Modesto's first sector is incredible. But Javier Demin seems to put it out in sector 2 as he gets a bit even closer now. Could we see that gap go under 0.2 of a second in this lap? But Modesto Mena, it might just have to go to a dive as we're getting to the closing stages of this race. Just 2.5 laps left for the 2 teammates to fight it out for the win.
Oh, big mistake from Modesto. He hit the curb and bounced out to the outside of the track.
Don't forget, we'll be seeing amazing action like this in League One as the championship battle closes between Mauser and Visek. But Modesto's starting to lose ground now. He's got to push if he wants to win this race. He can see the win in his sights. He just can't make any mistakes now. He's got to pile the pressure on Javier Demin and hope for the best, really. Just no mistakes. He doesn't have time for mistakes now. With 2 laps left, it's now or never for Modesto Mena. ABT, I think he's made a massive mistake. He's dropped off hugely. 6 seconds off now. Modesto Mena closing in again on the brakes, but he's just has to push so hard. Just 2 laps left now, and the gap doesn't seem to be closing any less than 0.3 of a second. It's going to have to take, I think, a mistake from Javier Demin.
ABT gone down
to win this race. ABT, it gets even worse now as Rafuso heads up to 5th place after a bad start to the race. Good recovery from the Spaniard on the factory Repsol Honda, but the gap does not seem to close for Modesto. It's looking like that ship is sailing. He's going to have to send a dive if it's going to the last lap, and it will go to the last lap, but he's just going to have to rely on a mistake. But Javier Demin, he very rarely makes mistakes.
Here we go. Last corner.
Still closing now. One more lap then here in League 2. Can Modesto Mena close the gap? He's pushing so hard to beat his teammate here. Can he close the gap? It would have to be a mistake surely from Javier Demin, but look how late Modesto goes on the brakes. He's gone for a dive. Oh wow, that was so late. Wow, how late do you want it? Modesto Mena, I've never seen anyone brake that late before in that corner, and he's now right on the back of his teammate. Wow.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
When it needed to come, it came for Modesto Mena, and he's now right on the back of his teammate, looking for a way through. He might just have to rely on the slipstream coming down the hill and maybe in Saxon curve, but he's sat up a bit there. He's lost a bit of time, and that might be it for Modesto Mena. He's just he's on the curbs. He's getting all flustered up, and it's now 7/10 the gap. Oh no, he may have just thrown that win away, but wow, how late can you go on the break?
Oh, they're both Modesto's on 4 track limits warnings.
Oh yeah,
Is it going to count?
For Javier Demin? What a comeback for the LCR Hondas though. This race has flown by. I think it's definitely going to go the way of Javier Demin now, as Modesto just pushing so hard for this win.
Up towards the finish.
Great performance by both of them. Javier Demin wins in the Sachsenring and regains his championship lead after taking a round out. It's an LCR Honda 1-2. Eddie takes home 3rd place. Oh, he wheelies over the line and he crashes. Actually takes home a lonely 4th place.
He has got a penalty though, so...
Yeah, that'll be Ravruso into 4th place then. Ravruso getting a good 4th place, a great recovery after a really disappointing start to the race. ABT takes home 6th. AV1 in his rookie appearance in the MotoGP European League takes home a positive 7th place. Number 19 on the gas. Zaris comes home for 8th.
Okay,
That is it then. Javier Demin, a great victory there over Modesto Mena. Both of the LCR Hondas flying now as they regain their ground at the top of the championship. Eddie taking home a 3rd place. Good stuff by Eddie. Ravruso taking home 4th place. That's a great recovery. Actually taking home a disappointing 5th, considering his pace. ABT 6th. AV1 7th. Hondo a lonely 8th place, losing his championship lead and even losing a top 3 in the championship standings. Zaris on the VR46 taking an average 9th, so not too bad, not too good for Zaris. Foshi, another disappointing race. It just keeps getting worse for the Spaniard, who finishes 10th, Chuki in 11th, and Danny in 12th. That's your race then in Sachsenring. Join us for League One in a few minutes. Then, as the gap in the championship gets smaller between Mauser and Visek. Thank you for joining us. We will have a gap in between. We won't have a race next week due to the MotoGP Qatar Grand Prix. So if you are a MotoGP fan, which I imagine you are, enjoy the Qatar Grand Prix and join us for the British Grand Prix, where it will be a wet flag to flag race in 2 weeks' time. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for League One, and goodbye.